Hey guys, so I wanted to make some content. I know I made a community post a little while ago showing that I had some things coming up and that I was going to make some content. First of all, I want to just prove up that we did have that second conversation with Amber Davies, and I do have their support, and that I'll be getting what I can in the way of support in the appeal process and as well with these hearings, the Senate judicial hearings on child safety. So there have been some child safety acts like the Protect Act and other acts, but we need the ECHO Act, and it's bottlenecked, and we're going to try to promote that getting pushed. And we're also going to tie in Diane's case. So just to explain a little bit about that again, that is the Ending Coercive Child Harm Online Act. And it includes a lot of things that are already part of 18 U.S. Code, but it changes 18 U.S. Code in key ways. It makes it to where certain things, we already have CSAM, child sex abuse material, as something you have to turn in. But, and they haven't done that in this case, by the way, but you also now have to turn in other things such as doxxing, swatting, coercion, fraud, literally everything that Goat Boy has allegedly done on this platform. And we have exhibits proving it. So that's all very interesting. And while Google and YouTube will be presenting their case to the Senate that they're doing wonderful things to protect children, and in a few instances they are, we're going to prove up that they don't in this instance. And I'm sure there are other instances as well. I've read about them. And they've been litigated against, and there is case law on the books related to terrorism and CSAM and doxing children where they've lost to the tune of millions and millions. So we can attest to that as well. So what we want is to have this in the face of the staffers and the senators. This bill does have bipartisan support. This passing would help us. Also getting this case in their face would help us. Politicians run on things like this. It may bring help to Diane and her son and to that little girl. So this is a key issue, safety on online platforms. So it all ties together. It can help other people. It can help Diane. And so it's just a good thing that this is going on at this time. And so on the 23rd, that will take place. They haven't posted it yet. When they do, that's when and it has to be formatted a certain way. That's when you submit your written testimony. So I'll be doing that. And it'll be like 8 to 12 pages by the time I'm done with it with exhibits. And an update on the appeal is that when I get that package from them, I will then begin the process of, I've already worked on the brief a bit, but I'll complete that and perfect that. And I may have that amicus brief by then to submit with it as well. And that will be very important, very helpful. So, yeah. Oh, and everything was buttoned up with regard to, and I think I've already updated you on that, but the clerk got back to me, the one that had been gone, and I had to deal with another one. She was like very apologetic of, oh, I'm here now and don't worry, your stuff's sealed, because she saw some of those things written about what Mr. Wonderful, Goatis' #1 fan, was saying he was going to do to me. So yeah, they have everything on file and completed and accepted. So, we're good to go on that, just waiting on the next steps. So I'll update everybody on everything as soon as I can. And yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.
ECCHO. I don't, Senator Grassley. All right, let me see here. Let me see. Ending the coercion of children.
That's it.
And harm online. Intentionally coerce a minor to commit suicide. Oh, yes. Okay, commit suicide or attempt to, because was it you who was telling me about I think it was you. There's a word for it. What's the word where they film people who are suicidal? Okay, this one: commit or attempt to commit arson or certain other acts such as doxing or swatting. Okay, which that is relevant to us. Okay. Remote computing to report instances of online coercion of minors. Okay, the bill extends to various protections of minors who testify in court. Great. Individuals as part of child exploitation. Okay. All right. I'm going to see if I can pull all my notes from our previous conversation, which I meant to do before this, because I know I took notes when we spoke before.
To keep this going, because every time we had a hearing, I reiterated that there's a lot at play here, and then we got the former judge, and she's very much in alignment with usually siding with the corporation, which she did. But I feel like it's clear that there's reversible error in her judgment there, and but I'm still battling a huge, corporation. So I'll do my best. But yeah, any alignment would be great.
Okay, so it's YouTube and Google.
Yep.
Okay, let me just a second. I'm gonna see if I can pull up. We talked a year ago.
Gosh, it was that long ago. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been doing this since 2024.
Okay, see if you got the email with the code and the reasoning. We're litigating. They're not. This is the email that you sent me. The Rotten Mango podcast.
2.6 million views, and I've got over 2,000 signatures on the petition, including one was from a Google shareholder. I was also thinking about activism that way, with the shareholder meetings and whatnot. But the congressional hearing coming up right now is and about this very issue caught my eye. I was successfully censored in the Netherlands right when Ilias's trial was going to be in the media. They didn't want anybody to see our videos. 20 of them were cited for defamation, which is not correct. And that lawyer is what caused that. Well, we got that lawyer to drop him the minute he knew he was supporting 2 wanted fugitives. But YouTube still upheld the defamation complaints. So I used that as a breach argument where they are, censoring whistleblowers and upholding criminals knowingly. And they've seen the crime. All the exhibits are him, committing crime on the platform. They're just flat out lying. Treat it like a Section 230, you just don't like this content and want us to take it down and we don't have to moderate that way kind of thing. They always win those cases, but this is quite different.
You took this deep dive into all of this and you're like, this guy needs to be off YouTube. So what I can do is I can pitch it to our team. See if there's any nexus to what we're doing. I do think that the Senate bill is. I do think that the Senate bill is relevant to what we do, but it may not be. It may not, and you need it by when?
Well, June 23rd, I was going to submit something in writing. They say if you have backing from a group, you could speak. And I know they do another hearing in the fall that's going to be related to the same issues. But yeah, I'm fine with just submitting something in writing. But yeah, if they could support me in writing with something, just that would be wonderful.
So even though we're like, let's just consider him like a single bad actor. You're asking for him to be moved, but then the legislation piece is also what you're hoping to support.
Oh, for sure. I think this ties in so well because, allowing him to consult with minors right now for $200 an hour and knowing that he's evading arrest and is saying he's abusing a baby daughter that's with them as they evade. She's a missing and endangered child by way of law because of that. And the NCMEC is part of this whole hearing is, their duties towards missing and exploited children as a platform. So yeah, definitely it ties in. And if they haven't taken action by then, and even if they did, I think it's something good to support. So.
I think that's what I will talk to the team about. Is that the hearing? You have to submit something by the 23rd for that hearing.
Yes.
Your case would be like you sharing specifically about this situation as a part of the hearing on this piece of legislation.
Yep. I think that would be really good.
Okay. All right. So I can do that. I can submit it to them. Yeah, I could see the nexus for sure. There may be some other things going on.
Sure.
But I will definitely bring this to their attention and see if we can submit anything, because we generally don't submit anything unless it does have bipartisan support. So since it does, I think that it's a possibility, but I can't make any guarantees. So let me see what we can do about it, and you would still be seeking the amicus brief.
That would be wonderful. For the case, and then and also to support backing up the legislation to anything in support of that would be great.
Please keep us posted as to what happens, because even though this is if they do try to make it like a 230 thing where they're not, it still doesn't change the fact that there are these bad actors and there are still children at risk.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's still a thing. So, yeah, I just think,
It's unbelievable.
may the odds be ever in your favor. You are taking this on. I mean, yeah. And do you know that these death threats were from him specifically?
No, they are from a fan, and it is someone in the United States. That, in a way, makes it scarier. And he actually, he says he's networking with several people. He's trying to put together a society. His hashtag on YouTube was "Kill All Women," and he had some very vile posts. They finally, after years of him having it up with my case, I put it as part of the case. It's why my records were sealed. They took the channel down, that one. And then he put it back up, but he made it a lot less insane. But he has made on his blog unbelievable amounts of posts about me, threats towards me. He threatened another supporter of hers off of online entirely. And another content creator that's now stopped making content because of what all he said about both of us. But I'm still doing what I'm doing. But I'm thinking about taking an action on that just because of, it being something where I can and it would be safer maybe, but yeah.
Okay. One idea one idea would be to look at Take Back the Night. Have you heard of them?
I haven't.
So Take Back the Night is they're a national organization, and they've done a lot, but one of the things that they have, and again, I haven't totally vetted them, but I do appreciate that they have attorneys throughout the nation, which is unfair. We can't just, as women, we can't just not show up to places where we're threatened. Like, that's so unfair.
Exactly.
So, yeah, if you wanted to pursue it, Take Back the Night could be one of those organizations that potentially has an attorney who could support you in that.
Okay. And it was weird that you reached out to me too. I was really happy to see that, and nice to meet with you again. Appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes we just kind of want to check in with everybody, what's happening, what's the latest. We also have some new AI stuff that's happening. So, I feel like we're getting more tools, we're getting better, as time moves on, we are getting, more ways to support. Anyway, keep me posted. I'll do the same, and we'll be in touch.
Will do. Thank you so much. Talk to you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.